tell us a little bit about, I've seen some studies that, people are looking and wanting to get back to in-person, probably around third quarter this year. What has been the differences between hosting something virtual versus in person? And what is it that the community is saying that they want from you moving forward?
Yeah, that's interesting because I asked that question. So my event in May is in person. It's virtual too, for those of that aren't ready to get back in person, but it is in person. And I asked the question, if you're attending in person, what is your main reason for attending? And I give a list of options. And by far, the number one thing is networking. I think it's kind of harder. I was going to say it's hard, but I think it's harder to network virtually. You don't get that human interaction. You don't really get the true interactions and body language. And so I think the networking, just the human interaction of networking, is one of the main reasons, at least my audience that are coming to this event in May, that they have said it's like number one by far is just the networking. They just want to, quit looking at a screen. They're ready to to actually look at someone live in person. And so I think it's that human connection that people are missing the most.
Sure. And I can completely agree. And, I think too, being in the tech industry that, maybe lacking with other women. So it's a great area to be able to network and build those relationships with one another. I guess, moving on, can you tell us a little bit more about some of the things that you're wrangling with as an entrepreneur and CEO of your own company now?
Yeah. Something that really surprises me that I'm wrangling with is time management. I always thought I was such a good time manager. And, I always thought I was really good about, work, family, myself, self-development. And, I always thought I was really good at those segments. But now the busier I'm getting and the more that the RockIT is growing, they're all starting to collide. And I find myself on my phone all the time, texting or phone calls. And I'm starting to see it really be not only myself noticing, but my kids and my family are noticing as well. And that's not good. So, but I think that's just kind of a growing pains as you're growing in your business. And so for me, I'm having to take a step back and really try to, I guess, learn some new time management skills, or really look at how I'm running my business and separating business from family. And it's even harder when you work from home, and setting boundaries. And that's something that I really haven't had to do a whole lot in the past, which set boundaries for my clients and my work versus my family. And so that's what I'm having to do. And even that set boundaries for my family, like, this is my work time. Like, let me have my work time. But yeah, time management. I didn't think I would ever say that. And that's one of those other kind of like things that surprised me about being an entrepreneur is I always thought I was so good at time management. And that's one of the things that I wouldn't say struggling with yet, but it's something that is becoming something that I'm more aware of and happen to really to self-awareness there and to take control of it before it takes control of me.
Sure. And I can completely agree with, even with the events that you're putting on, it's always important, no matter what phase that we are at within our careers, that we're taking a step back to look at where we are right now and like what areas could be affecting us at that time. So that's great advice and I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
I really want to thank you, Shannon, for joining me today. It was a great conversation. If you'd like to check out any additional interviews, please visit comspark.tech and to check those out.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yep, you're welcome. Thanks, Shannon.